Welcome back to the Fluff of Wrestling podcast. It's me, Metro.
And it's me, Nightwing.
As today we're going to be doing a WWE Mount Rushmore for women's superstars, tag teams, factions, and men's superstars. You ready to get straight into it?
I am.
Alright, let's kick it off with the women's superstars. We'll both take one pick at a time until we've got all four, and for each pick we'll explain why we've picked that women's wrestler or tag team or faction or men's wrestler to be on our Mount Rushmore. So I'll go with the first pick for my women's Mount Rushmore. I've got to go with Charlotte Flair because she has won the Rumble twice, the only women's wrestler who has, and she's also won the championship 14 times. So I'm going with Charlotte Flair.
Alright, for me, this is, I think, an underrated one. I'm going to say Sol Ruka because I like her skill in NXT. I think she's a future star, so I think she has to go on my Mount Rushmore because, she's absolutely amazing.
Okay, so my second pick for my women's Mount Rushmore, probably on everyone's one. Well, these next two I'm going to pick is AJ Lee because she ruled the Divas division until she got injured in 2015. She's now the women's IC champion, which I can't wait to see. Isn't she fighting Bayley at Mania for the title?
I think so, yeah, she is.
But yeah, I'm going to have to go with AJ Lee.
Well, up next, I'm going to have to go with Rhea Ripley, two-time women's world champ. Great wrestler, her character's amazing. She's good on the mic. Right now, she's with Io Sky in a tag team.
She's fighting Jade at Mania, won Elimination Chamber twice. She's won the Rumble.
Yeah, so
Alright. Yeah, she has done quite a lot. She's won the tag titles a bit. But my third pick, it's Trish Stratus because what she did for the business in the early 2000s was great. And when she came back, had a feud with Becky. And yeah, I'm putting Trish Stratus as my third women's superstar.
You know, speaking old school with women, I'm probably going to have to put China on there. I think she was just epic how she won the men's Intercontinental Championship and all that.
Well, yeah, to be fair, she was also in DX. And she was in the men's Rumble once, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But I understand why you've went with China. But my fourth and last pick for the women's side of my WWE Mount Rushmore is Lita. Because, again, with Trish, she carried the women's division in the 2000s because they weren't using them well. And they were just using them for bad storylines. But Lita and Trish, I think, carried the women's division in the 2000s. So the 2010s, I would say. And yeah, who's your fourth and last pick for the women's Mount Rushmore?
So my last pick of the women's Mount Rushmore, I think there's only one option left. You've said it, but I can't leave her off. I have to put AJ Lee on there.
Yeah, I understand why you picked AJ Lee. Would you like to explain?
Yeah, so like you said, she was great in the Divas division. She left for 10 years, went through a bunch of therapy, and now's returned and is in the Intercontinental Champion.
Okay, so now we're going to be moving over to the factions side of things. So this time I'll let you kick it off. What's your first pick of your four factions?
Alright, I may not be doing this out of thing. Maybe I'm just being a bit biased. But I think the Bloodline, the 2023 Bloodline, was the best faction ever. Just Roman, Jimmy, Jay, and Solo. and Paul Heyman.
Okay, so I understand why you've done that, like, because I would say it's mainly because the Usos and Roman's title reigns, but that's also my first pick for factions.
Alright.
So what's your second?
My second pick, I mean, this one's easy. It has to go to the Death Riders. Pretty much, if Shield and the Bloodline mixed into AEW, that's the Death Riders.
You know what? Yeah, I understand why you picked that, and I personally wouldn't pick them for my faction, Mount Rushmore, but my next one is going to be on probably everyone's faction, Mount Rushmore. It is going to, it does have to be the Generation X, because from the takeover from WWF and WCW, I think it was, to all the funny jokes, the suck it chants, and all the titles they won, like with Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, X-Pac, China, Shawn, Triple H, Hornswoggle was in there for a bit, and he was quite funny. But I'm gonna have to pick DX. What's your second faction?
My third faction, actually.
Third.
I'm gonna actually have to say New Age Outlaws, with like Billy Gunn, the Ass Man, all those other legendary wrestlers. They just made a great group.
Okay, fair enough. But my next one, again probably on everyone's, is the New Day with Kofi, Big E, and Xavier. I would say 2017 to like 2019, just before Big E left because he got drafted to the other roster. That was peak New Day. Of course, Kofi Mania, Xavier Woods winning King of the Ring, Big E winning the world title as well, and he also won Money in the Bank. But then sadly he did break his neck, and I don't think he's going to be returning anytime soon. But yeah, the New Day with Kofi, Xavier and Big E is my next pick, not Grayson. But what is your fourth and last faction pick?
My final pick, I'm surprised we haven't picked him yet, but I have to put in the Shield, Jon Moxley, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, just dominating every time they appeared on TV.
Oh, I'm stuck between two, which is the Judgment Day and the Shield. Like, if, let's say, so the Shield only had 3 members, and they only won the US title and the tag titles, but they were dominant as well.
They have won the, Roman won the World Championship in their reunion.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to have to go with the Judgment Day for my last faction pick, because when you look at all the members and all the stuff they've done compared to the Shield, you just can't compare with, like, Edge, Rhea, Raquel, Liv, Roxanne, Finn, Carlito, Damian, R-Truth, Dom, JD. But yeah, I'm just going to have to go with the Judgment Day, because they've won Money in the Bank. Altogether, they've won Money in the Bank. You've got a first-class Hall of Famer in Edge, and 2 legends on comedy, and just legends in general, Carlito and R-Truth. But yeah, I'm going to have to go Judgment Day, because they won Rumbles, Money in the Bank, World titles, Mid-Card titles, Tag titles, one of the longest tag title reigns, multiple, and they had the undisputed tag titles, the Raw and SmackDown tag titles for a bit. But yeah, I'm going to have to go Judgment Day. I would say 2023 to just before SummerSlam 2024. But now we're going to be moving into tag teams, and I know this is going to be hard for a lot of people. So you've got like the Hardys, Usos, DX with Shawn and Triple H, New Age Outlaws with Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, Dudley Boys, and, well, more tag teams. But who is your first pick for the tag team Mount Rushmore?
You know, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, and I know it, but I just found them really funny and entertaining. I'm going to have to say Rick Boogs and Shinsuke Nakamura. I just found them incredibly entertaining.
Okay, I would never pick that. Never. Because Rick Boogs has basically done nothing. It's all because of Shinsuke winning the Rumble, IC Champ, King of the Ring.
Yeah.
But
I just love them.
I'm going to go with Team 3D or the Dudley Boys, Bubba Ray Dudley and Devon Dudley. Get the tables. You also had Spike Dudley. You had Linda McMahon, who got put through a table, I think, once. And their TLC matches with Edge and Christian and the Hardys, they were just phenomenal matches. But yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Dudley Boys. Who's your second pick?
Before we get into that, did you just say Linda McMahon?
Who was that old woman they put through the table?
I'm pretty sure her first name was Mariah.
Well,
because I know her second name was May.
Well, whoever it was.
Yeah. Well, anyways, my second pick, once again, very unpopular. Like, very, very, very unpopular. Like, when this was a one-time tag team as well. When Randy Orton and John Cena had to team up, even though they were WrestleMania opponents, against the entire Raw roster, I just think they were a great tag team. I have to put them up there.
Okay, another one I would never consider, but as I was saying with the Dudley Boys, with Edge and Christian and the Hardys, I'm going to have to put the Hardy Boys, Jeff and Matt Hardy. I think Jeff, like, in top three, or like the best high flyer in WWE and wrestling overall. But yeah, Matt and Jeff Hardy is my second Mount Rushmore tag team. And who is your third?
My third, this is a reasonable one now. I'm going to put the Usos on there, because come on. Like, if you go back, watch their matches, they were peak in like 2023 time when they were still in Bloodline. I actually saw them in the first time I went to a wrestling show, and I was like, wow. So they have a thing with me. They're about there.
Okay, so my third tag team, again with that TLC, is Edge and Christian. The chemistry they have together, the history. They're both two great superstars. If they ever come back to WWE, they are first ballot Hall of Famers in the WWE Hall of Fame. I love them. They were extremely funny. The Edge and Lita stuff in the Attitude Era we don't talk about. But yeah, I'm going with Edge and Christian. Who is your last tag team?
My last tag team. Oh, this is hard. I'm stuck between two. I'm stuck between three. I'm stuck between the Hardys, the Dudleys, and the what was their name again? I forgot their name. AJ Styles and Luke Gallows. What was their name again?
What, the OC? That's sort of a faction.
Well, yeah, that's fair. Okay, putting the Hardys in there.
Alright. But my last tag team, to be honest, another one probably everyone has on there, Undertaker and Kane, the Brothers of Destruction. The history they have as solo stars, the history they have as a tag team, it's great. They also had the Ministry of Darkness with like Vince McMahon and all that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the Brothers of Destruction, as now we're moving on to our last Mount Rushmore for WWE that we're doing, which is men's solo superstars. They could have been in a tag team before, but just them by themselves. You can also include like the tag titles, but I'm going to go first. I'm going to have to say, well, I've sort of just said him. I'm going to have to say Undertaker, because he's a great superstar. The streak, no one will ever have a long reign for Mania matches like that again. He won Rumbles, World titles, Tag titles, US, IC, the American Badass, the Dead Man, the Phenom, from his Boneyard match with AJ, like when Brock ended the streak. This is probably one for most WWE fans. But But yeah, I'm going with The Undertaker. Who's your first pick?
My first pick has to go to the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, the face that runs the place. Pretty much the man that made TNA what it is now. I have to go with him.
Alright, but next, probably a lot of people are going to have him as well. Like, there's two superstars probably everyone's going to have, which is John Cena and Stone Cold, but I'll just have to see. But my second pick is the showstopper, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, HBK. He won 2 Rumbles back-to-back, world title history, IC, tag. I think he didn't win the US title, but you get me, like, his work as a solo superstar and in WWE in general was great.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Like, I'm not going to put Shawn in, but a man that I am putting in, like, ever since he joined, he's been going hardcore left and right. I have to go with Jon Moxley.
For the WWE Hall of Fame? I mean, Mount Rushmore, not Hall of Fame.
No, not Hall of Fame, but you get what I'm trying to say. I put in Death Riders earlier, and then now I just think Moxley is.
Alright, but my third pick. Oh, this one's hard. But it's going to have to go to John Cena from the 17th time, from his crap retirement to a crap heel turn. His matches with AJ, with The Rock, with he didn't really have many with Undertaker. He was a great superstar. Won Rumbles, won titles, won IC, tag, United States, world heavyweight, elimination chamber.
What?
So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with John Cena.
Well, you had a sneak peek of what I'm putting in there. I have to put in the man that drunk 8 beers and then a Bloody Mary, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I mean, he did win 3 Rumbles practically back to back, and to be honest, I understand where you're coming from, and I'm gonna have to go with Stone Cold as well. So yeah, that's our tag team, women's faction, and men's Mount Rushmore's episode. This is episode 1 of the podcast for the Love of Wrestling podcast.
Whoa.
Yes.
I've done my 4th pick for the men.
Oh yeah. Right, who's your 4th?
Rewind a bit. Okay, I'm gonna have to say Roman Reigns. Now we can do this. Skibbity bop bop da 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 da.
Yeah, make sure to subscribe to the Love of Wrestling podcast, Extreme BH Wrestling, and WHEW Wrestling Creations. It's me, Metro.
And it's me, Nightwing.
And we'll all see you in the next podcast episode. Goodbye.